Hola, hola. This is your boy Tico Trent, and I'm gonna talk about various things I've noticed within the Manosphere. Um, and I want to address it in the way of a psychology student. Um, First things that go on I've noticed is the Manosphere is here for people to help people. So A, they don't get screwed. B, they don't fall into the traps of society. C, to be a support group for these people. And D, to help other people, other men, traverse or bring them into the Manosphere to help them traverse to be better people. The thing I've noticed is there's a lot of people within the Manosphere, and I don't mind it, but there's a lot of people in the Manosphere who have this like hive mind mentality. I've never been one to like follow somebody blindly or do shit that do shit in a manner that's not me. I've always been able to criticize people no matter what walk of life they're from, what political standing they have, what, race, gender, lifestyle they want to live. I've always been able to criticize people based on justly, basically. I've been able to criticize people based on my thoughts and opinions on the matter. I've also been able to play devil's advocate in the process of doing so. But the problem I seem to have is like, I understand that you're going through this and you're upset. But at the same time, I'm saying this as a content creator, I'm gonna still need you to be yourself. Don't be hive-minded. Be yourself. Because I've always said this, especially when it comes to women. I don't like a woman if she can't be herself. I don't like people if they can't be themselves. I don't really like hanging with fake people. I don't like dealing with carbon copy people. I like dealing with people as individuals, not as a collective. And I've noticed there's a lot of people that have this collective mindset. It's kind of like how I always talk about racial bias. It's something that you're taught or conditioned to do over a period of time or as you're growing. So anytime you feel like you're stepping outside yourself and you're about to be a follower instead of yourself, stop yourself. Think to yourself, okay, is this something that I would personally do myself, or is this something that the group that I'm hanging with would do, if you know what I mean? So yeah, I would like, even if it's like a bias towards something, the point of the Manosphere is to have an open mind and to be able to better yourself and recreate yourself and make yourself a better person. And for all the people who actually came in broken, beaten, and buried, to be able to rise up, be able to slowly rebuild yourself, make yourself a lot stronger, and reconfigure yourself from the ashes and be able to like walk on with pride in yourself. That is the overall point of the Manosphere. To rebuild yourself, restructure yourself, make yourself a stronger person, make yourself smarter, brighter, faster, whatever the hell, to make yourself a better person. Learn new hobbies, new skills, new trades, while also learning from the Manosphere on how to protect yourself from stupidity outside the Manosphere. That is legit. That is legit. My overall opinion and thoughts of the Manosphere. It's not to be a collective. It's not to be like a hive mind. It's basically to be a collective of people with different ideas, views, and thoughts on the same thing, if you know what I mean. So try your best not to be hive-minded. Try your best to be your own individual while being a part of the collective. Bring your own approach or set of skills or attributes or things you've learned to it to be able to approach it from a different walk instead of like trying to approach it from the same walk that everybody else is approaching it. Be able to approach it from your own standpoint, your own point of view, your own from your own painful past, to basically be able to rebuild yourself, to make yourself a better person. That is my overall thoughts on how the Manosphere is supposed to work. You know, you can call me a dreamer, or you can say that's not how it works, Tico, but that's how I believe it's supposed to work and how it's supposed to be. It's meant for you to learn stuff and to better yourself while still being yourself at heart, still being yourself, 100% yourself. No fake shit. Just be yourself. That is how I view the Manosphere. The more hive-minded we are, I've noticed, the more fractured we become. I've noticed. So, yeah, try your best not to be hive-minded. We're trying to be a collective group of people, a loosely group of connected people, if you know what I mean. A loosely collective group of individuals who have their own ideas, their own thoughts, their own experiences, their own views, how they view the world, how they tackle the world, how they want to go about the world, how they learn things, how they cooperate, how they get along. That's how I view the Manosphere. As a collective group of individuals within the Manosphere. So, yeah, I tend to not like when people come at me with a hive mind. It's one thing if you actually believe that personally. It's another thing if you believe that because somebody told you to believe that, or told you like, you know, don't be a follower, be a leader, or be somebody who learns from these groups of these people, but while still being your own individual within the collective. That is legit my thoughts on the Manosphere and how it's supposed to work. You may not like it, but there's probably a lot of people that go, that nigga got a point. They're probably not going to say that out loud, but especially the white people or other people of other races, but that's legit how I see how the Manosphere is supposed to be. We don't need any of that bickering and fighting or infighting. That's unnecessary. That makes us look like everybody else. And it makes us look less like a philosophy and more like a group of people, if you know what I mean. We're trying not to be that group of people. We're trying to be a philosophy. So keep it as a philosophy and keep the infighting and bickering out of it. If you have disagreements, take it to email with each other and sort it out. And if it really gets bad, meet in person and bring a mediator so we can work these shit out, basically, so we can be a good collective group of people within the Manosphere. Don't do the bickering and infighting online. Do the bickering and infighting via email or text message or WhatsApp app or whatever y'all got going on. If y'all friends on like Instagram, Facebook, whatever that is, handle it in DMs in there or handle it in email. Because we got to look strong. We got to project strength and unity within our groups. We may not like the various groups of people in the Manosphere, and I can understand that. But if you're like MGTOW, don't do infighting with MGTOW. If you're Red Pill, don't do infighting with Red Pill. If you're a PUA, don't do infighting with PUA. If you're MGTOW and Red Pill, don't do infighting with MGTOW and Red Pill, basically. And if you're Black Pill, don't do infighting with Black Pill. That's basically what I mean by that. Like, it's good to be a part of a group within the Manosphere, but at the same time, or if you're MRA, basically don't do any infighting with other MRAs. Be a good ally. Because I've noticed a lot of times, a lot of the MGTOW and a lot of the Red Pill people, once you boil them down to their basic nature, they're technically all MRAs, fighting for the rights of men in various different ways, and they have various views on how it should be. And once you take away all the MGTOW and all the Red Pill stuff, everybody in the Manosphere are basically MRAs at heart. We're here for a reason. We're here to fight. Well, we're not really here to fight, but we're here to push for a certain view on how we want the world to be and how we want the world to perceive us and how people should perceive us, if you know what I mean. So my thing to that is basically keep the infighting to a minimum or keep it off screen. Do it in DMs or do it in WhatsApp app or do it in email. And if you have to, meet in person and bring a mediator so shit don't get out of hand, is all I'm saying. Legit, that's what I'm saying, which is kind of funny. Yeah. So do your best not to, and keep it off wax, basically. We don't need to beef in public. Take it off the social media and put it in privates, basically. Do it in private with each other. Like I said, let it be all those avenues that I named before. And that right there would make us, if we do that way, in that manner, and this goes for everybody in the Manosphere, from every walk of life, let it be, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, let it be the Dom Game people, the PUA people, the MRAs, the Black Pills, the Red Pills, the MGTOW, and everybody in fucking between. Even the trad cons, I'm actually including them too, which is actually pretty shocking. Yeah. If we have beef, leave it off the videos. Take it to the emails. And find some way to work it out. That way we could be perceived as a more dangerous, more united group, if you know what I mean. Yes. If y'all just keep it off the, just keep it on the down low and handle everything off air in the privacy. We don't need everybody knowing our every move and what we doing and who we hate and who we're beefing with and stuff like that. Keep it off. That way it shows us as a much stronger, more united group of people, if you know what I mean. Because last I checked, we're all men. We normally don't fight with each other unless it's a necessity, if you know what I mean. That's something that women do. Women fight with each other, bicker with each other, compete with each other. We're a group of men. We work together when we need to, and we fight together when we need to. And we fight a common enemy together, because that's literally what it is. I mean, granted, depending on where you stand in the Manosphere, you may not consider it fighting another group, but technically, by talking about it, you're all one group of collective people fighting the same thing from different points of view and from different ways, if you know what I mean. So try your best not to fight with each other if as much as humanly possible. Because at the end of the day, you're all trying to achieve the same goal or achieve the same thing differently, if you know what I mean. Yeah. That's basically it, because I don't want to make this any longer than it already been.